Imagine waking up every single day knowing that one bad step could send you tumbling nearly 50 feet to the forest floor. Now, imagine that falling isn't even your biggest problem. Your greatest enemy is hunger. Every morning, you have to spend nearly half your waking life searching for food that barely gives you enough energy to stay alive. One mistake, 1 week of bad weather, or one patch of dying bamboo could mean the difference between making it through winter or becoming another skeleton hidden beneath the trees. This is your life as a red panda. To the tourist visiting the Himalayan forests, you're one of the cutest animals on earth. You have a striped tail, soft rust-colored fur, and a face that looks permanently curious. Plush toys are made to look like you. Videos of you standing on your back legs collect millions of views online. But the forest doesn't care how adorable you are. Out here, survival is an exhausting full-time job. You live high in the temperate forests, stretching across the eastern Himalayas, where towering firs, oaks, and bamboo cover steep mountainsides in mist. The air is thin, winters are brutally cold, and nearly every branch beneath your feet could become your next escape route, or your last. Unlike monkeys, you aren't built for speed. Unlike squirrels, you can't leap incredible distances. And unlike large predators, you can't simply fight whatever threatens you. Instead, evolution gave you something much more unusual. Your entire body is designed to waste as little energy as possible. At first glance, your diet seems impossible. Nearly 95% of what you eat is bamboo. Giant pandas survive on bamboo too, so that sounds reasonable until you realize one important difference. You're not actually a bear in the same way. Your digestive system still resembles that of a carnivore. Your stomach was built to digest meat, not plants. That means when you eat bamboo, your body extracts only a tiny fraction of the nutrients locked inside its tough fibers. Every mouthful gives you surprisingly little energy, so your life becomes a constant equation. Eat, rest, climb, repeat. You may spend over a dozen hours every day feeding, slowly stripping leaves from bamboo stalks with incredible precision. Then, once you've gathered enough calories to justify moving, you find a sturdy tree branch, curl your thick tail around yourself like a blanket, and sleep to conserve every bit of energy you've earned. Every unnecessary movement is expensive. Running costs energy. Playing costs energy. Even staying warm costs energy. Your fluffy coat isn't just for appearance. It traps warm air close to your body, while the dense fur growing underneath your feet acts like natural winter boots, allowing you to grip icy branches without slipping. But the feature that truly separates you from almost every other climbing mammal is hidden in your wrist. You have what scientists call a false thumb. It's not actually another finger. Instead, one of your wrist bones gradually evolved into an extra gripping surface. When you wrap your paw around bamboo or grab a narrow branch, this enlarged bone works almost like a human thumb, giving you surprising control while climbing and feeding. It's an evolutionary shortcut. Nature needed a better grip. Instead of inventing a whole new finger, it simply remodeled an old bone. That tiny change allows you to move through a three-dimensional world where every branch becomes another road through the forest canopy. Because the trees are your safest place. Down below, danger waits. Predators like snow leopards, martens, and wild dogs can all turn you into a meal if you're caught on the ground. Your first line of defense isn't fighting, it's disappearing. Your reddish coat blends surprisingly well with moss-covered trunks coated in reddish lichens. When you freeze against a branch, your outline melts into the forest itself. If hiding fails, climbing begins. You race upward with sharp, semi-retractable claws, digging into bark like climbing spikes. Unlike many animals, you can rotate your ankles almost completely backward. That sounds strange, until you start climbing down a tree. Most mammals descend backward because their feet can't grip facing downward. You simply turn your hind feet around, point yourself head first toward the ground, and run down the trunk almost as easily as climbing up it. The predator below suddenly loses its advantage. The tree has become your fortress. But survival isn't just about escaping predators. Sometimes the weather itself becomes your greatest obstacle. Heavy snow buries bamboo. Freezing raincoats branches with ice. Entire feeding areas become inaccessible for days. You can't migrate hundreds of miles searching for better food. Your home range is relatively small, so you wait. You sleep longer, move less, burn fewer calories. Your metabolism slows into one of nature's greatest exercises in patience. Everything about your body whispers the same command. Don't waste energy. That philosophy even shapes your social life. Unlike wolves or lions, you aren't surrounded by family members. Most of the year you're alone. You quietly patrol your territory, marking trees with scent glands beneath your tail and on your feet. Every mark tells neighboring pandas exactly who lives here without either of you needing to fight. A simple smell prevents dangerous conflicts. The forest becomes a giant message board invisible to every species except your own. For weeks, maybe months, you'll never see another red panda. Then breeding season arrives. Brief encounters replace solitude before everyone disappears once again into the trees. Your cubs arrive blind and helpless inside hollow trees lined with moss and leaves. For months, every meal they receive comes directly from you. Leave the den too long and they starve. Stay too long and you starve. Every day becomes a careful balance between feeding yourself and protecting the next generation. Yet despite surviving predators, freezing winters, and one of the least efficient diets among mammals, your greatest threat doesn't have claws. It has chainsaws. As forests disappear, the bamboo corridors connecting mountain habitats vanish with them. Roads split ancient forests into isolated islands. What was once a continuous kingdom in the treetops becomes scattered patches, separated by places you're reluctant or unable to cross. Even healthy adults struggle to find new territories. Young pandas searching for homes face impossible journeys across roads, villages, and cleared land where trees no longer offer protection. For an animal whose entire life depends on staying above the ground, a missing forest is more than lost habitat. It's a broken highway, and every year that highway grows a little smaller. To the millions of people watching you through a phone screen, you're an internet celebrity known for funny sneezes, sleepy faces, and fluffy tails. But the version they see lasts only seconds. The real version climbs hundreds of trees every week, balances on branches thinner than your own body, searches endlessly for food that barely keeps you alive, avoids predators without ever fighting them, and quietly survives in one of the harshest mountain forests on Earth. Cute is just what humans notice first. Survival is who you really are.